of us out there in internet land.
Hello.
Yeah, this is the Miami International Science Fiction Film Festival, and we've got a lot that's been going on. A lot of news these days, folks. The physical festival just wrapped up this past Sunday, and we have had a lot of winners. The roll for announcements is going to continue to roll out, but we had the opportunity to have a quick break and catch up with one of our winners here. So we have Sharif Toure and actress Binta Mani.
Okay.
Hi to everyone.
Awesome. They're coming to us all the way from the country of Guinea-Bissau. That's far, guys. We're talking super, super far. And it's an amazing location. And we're so fortunate to have their film, The Last Survivor. It won Best Afrofuturism. So with us, we also have Sophia with us. She's here from Portugal, and she's going to help us with some translations because in Guinea-Bissau, they don't speak French like in many of the surrounding countries. They speak Portuguese, which most folks don't know. Guinea-Bissau is a former Portuguese colony, and a lot of the people speak Portuguese or Portuguese Creole, and there's a lot of back and forth between Portugal and Brazil and all that cool stuff. So let's start out by just asking Sharif and Binta just a few questions. So, you guys are from Guinea-Bissau, but how did you get into science fiction, Sharif? How did that happen?
Well, to be honest, it was a long time ago when I was like 5 or 6 years old. I saw a movie by Steven Spielberg called E.T., the Extraterrestrial. So back then, I didn't understand anything in that movie, but I saw a flying boat that was a spaceship. And I was asking one of my friends, he was older than me. I was like, what is that? He said, well, that's the boat. And where they're going? He said, well, they're going to space. It's called Cosmos. And I went out to ask to all my teachers in school, what is Cosmos? What does that mean? And in the search of knowing what Cosmos was, I get to know the planets and the solar system and stuff. And I ask myself, is there a life in another planets? And that's how my journey, long journey to the science fiction began in 1990 something.
Wow. Sophia, if it's possible, if you could please translate what I say so Binta can understand some of the questions. So
Okay.
so let's ask Binta. What is some of her sci-fi favorites, and what does she think about science fiction?
Yeah. So just we'll ask her if she preferred to translate in Portuguese or in Creole, Binta, português ou Creole?
Creole.
Creole. Ele pergunta como é que você entra nessa história de tanto nessa aventura de participar num filme de ficção científica, que é bom naquilo? Que experiências que tem naquilo?
Bom, a mim nunca tenho nenhum tipo de experiência, porque a mim futebol que não está jogando. Não está jogando mais, não está que Afonso na casa. E vim chamar agora para ir colar um papel, e vim chamar e falando de como vai participar num filme. Não falar ali como, porque nunca tenho também próprio, nem noção de como não é porque tem, e por vir tem coisa assim, suma maneira que está na roda na tudo parte. Nunca leva nem próprio interesse, como não é porque chegam assim a nós. Mas estou muito orgulhoso. Gosto e papel.
Pode traduzir depois nota arriba mais, se acrescentar uma coisa.
Sim.
Yeah. From as Binta says, she explained that it's the first time that she do something like that. She's a football player, professional in Guinea-Bissau. Football, I think, is in America. It's soccer.
Yeah, we call it soccer.
Soccer, yes, is that. So it's something that arrived to her, something very, is an invitation from a friend. And then they start to work in the film. So she never think that it will be such a big like that. So she's very happy with this.
Yeah.
Very, very happy.
Wow. No, that that's awesome. Sharif, how did you find Binta? How did you find her? How did you cast her?
Well, it happened. My character in the film.
Oh, wait. Sophia, you're supposed to translate what I say so that Binta understands the question as well.
Ok, sorry. Dinta, ele pergunta a Abulai Sherif se como é que fazia, como é que identificou para você da atriz, como é que contactou, aquilo é que ele pergunta. Ok. O Sherif não respondeu assim, pensa. E quer? Ok. Obrigada. Yes, it's okay.
Well, as I was saying, the character in the film, she's a tough survival of the apocalypse. And the funny, very curious thing, Troy, you know who was the first cast? She's right here.
Oh, Sophia was supposed to be the first. Oh my goodness.
She's right here. She was the first choice to be in the film. But she went to Lisbon to deal with some business, and she was unavailable. But I sent her a script. She was very glad. She was like, "Wow, we're gonna do it." But later, something happened. She went to Lisbon on a business trip, and well, so we like without the actress for some long time, like for 6 months. We were searching for actress.
Wow.
And there's my nephew. His name is Afonso. He's also one of the producers in the film. He knows Binta very well. They live close to each other. They're neighbors. He knows Binta very well. He was like, "Well, you're looking for a tough girl with athletic body, right? So this is Binta." I was like, "Yes, but can she act?" He was like, "Nope, we can make her to be an actress." But the first thing you want, that's Binta. So we went to Binta.
And what did she tell you when you told her, "Hey, I'd like for you to be in a film"? What did she tell you?
Sofia.
Dinta, e punta, tanto a Bulai explica tudo como é que é contactar através de Afonso para poder participar na filme. E entende como era a primeira vez, a boca tem nunca experiência com a atuação, que ser atriz, mas eles estava confiante como ela conseguir se preparou para poder estar na filme. Então, gosto que ele punta Bulai, que acabou, hoje eu recebi aqui notícia como acabou reagir. Aquilo é que pergunta que faz o xerife.
So, to answer your question, what was the reaction? Well, the reaction was simple. She thought it was going to be like a joke TikTok video, or because there are a lot of people in here. They make movies like that. You know, they sit in the backyard and doing this family stuff and the comedy jokes. That's what they thought. And when they saw weapons and stuff, she was like, "What? I'm going to be a police or military?" I was like, "No, you're going to be this and that." And I showed the storyboard, and she became more interested, involved after she saw a storyboard. And that was the reaction. Initial reaction was like, "Okay, I'm going to go have fun, like to joke around." And after the storyboard and props, she became like more serious.
That's fantastic. Good. So, this is a question for both of you, but what part in producing this film was the most difficult for you?
Binta e Sherif, essa pergunta para vós dois. Portanto, que dificuldades, que principais desafios que você teve para fazer filme?
Dificuldade de manga dela, para ver como que câmera própria que não faz aquela coisa, é a filmagem de filme. Aquilo não está bem na própria, aquilo, hora bater terática, não está riba nem assim, faz nada. Kila mi pronto nta di mira nangine para un dia no ta piri nan sim pa fasi kila pai com a câmera ka bateria ka muito uma hora e te dá ti disgota não tá bai mas destino de bai fasi filme mas não tá volta mas assim nada câmera kila casa bom na me dá sugerir assim dá pedir se contra bom amigo entende primeiro de fazer filme entende aquilo muito bem para como coisa que nunca espera como um dia na fazer para mim só escola de futebol com bom com foco né o te vim chamar um país e fica um peso na cabeça sinceramente mas eu vim falando de como essa coisa simples mas farão tava isso é uma que tem prova na escola não está preocupado tanto para fazer algo vamos por misturar, vamos por vai fazer assim dizem, porque nunca faz igual.
So I will do the translate for Binta. So first she explained the challenge to make the movie, and she say they try many days because of the camera. The battery is charged very quickly, so they have to come back to start again. And so this is one thing that she thinks was very, very challenge for all the team involved in this work. And for invitation, when they reach of her, when they contact her, so she said no, oh my God, because she just play and she studies. This is two things that she good in do, just doing that, study and football. So she are very afraid to take this challenge. Very, very, very afraid of that. So, but now she see the result, and this is very crazy to participate on this. Thank you.
But something curious, Troy, about this production, as Binta mentioned about the equipment and camera. Not only battery. The problem is I'm going to be a little technical here. What we try to do is to shoot raw 6K on Blackmagic. So we're trying to shoot the raw format in 6K. What happened is that my disk, my hard drive, was not made for this type of shooting. It's still a lot of information. And when you press record, it records 3 seconds and stops. It records 3 seconds and stops. And so we lost a lot of time trying to film it in raw 6K. And then we switched to 4K. But in ProRes, it's something. So this is one of the things. But the most challenging thing above all of it, it was really to find people passionate about science fiction or about movies. See? So in the beginning, they all gathered out. We came together because we know each other. That's how it happened. But with passage of time and going to the movie, to the set and location, I was trying to visualize movie for them. So I was trying to recreate the movie for them. And I was like, it's going to be, you see, it's going to be a blaster coming from the gun. The UI is going to be like a cyborg. You're going to look like that. And they were like, wow, this looks something like American film. I was like, yes, that's what we try to do. And they didn't believe it still, because I wanted to spiritually to be committed to the movie. And when we shot 2 first days, the first day and the second day, and I came home, I started to make a little editing and color grading, and the movie I pre-composed already. I started to make a beginning of the film that you saw. She entered in the forest and stuff, and they all saw that beginning of the movie. They was like amazed, like, wow, this is Netflix. So they're not watching what they expected, like to be in the backyard and joking. So in that moment, they became involved emotionally with the production. That was the most challenging thing, to make them involved emotionally. Sophia.
Your mic is, your micro is mute. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. As what I was saying is that I remember speaking previously where you told me your camera was broken and that, you were trying to fix it, but it looks like you may not even be able to fix it. So that's like the biggest challenge, because now you got to film and you want to do something else, but you got to go get a camera first before you can do anything else. That could be a phone, really high quality iPhone, which works depending on what you're shooting, what your goal is. It works very well. We have films that are produced with iPhones, and they put lenses on the front of them, and they do a lot of post processing, and they actually have a pretty good shot. So what are your plans going forward to getting a new camera?
So, Binta, ele lamenta, tanto essa observação que a Bulai fazia sobre câmara, que você teve problema com a câmara, inclusive a Bulai adianta como é que foi só questão de câmara, porque você teve que fazer aqui sessões para ver de questões também técnicas para poder garantir qualidade do próprio filme, mas que aquele ainda sublinha aí como a câmara realmente é preocupar para o trabalho que a Bulai está desenvolvendo. Então, se na ponta agora que tem que opções de trabalhar com o telefone, de adaptar uma câmera no telefone para poder fazer filmes. Então, eu gosto que aquele na ponta aí que aqui perspectivas, né, para o futuro semestre que é problema de câmera que vou usar na filmagem. Obrigada.
Troy, to be honest, it's a tough question. What are the plans? The plan is to make beautiful movies.
Right.
But yes, it's kind of difficult. I'm trying to talk to people, some business people, some companies and organizations, and I'm trying to offer them something. So to be honest, it's a tough question. I'm trying to offer something, but I want to make them believe that what we do, it's something big. Maybe we're starting small, but we're already going somewhere.
Sure.
It's happening. It's happening.
Sure.
So
Well,
it's not going to be overnight. So please, if you guys can help me with this, maybe I will help you in the future. So this is my main challenge now. It's difficult. Honestly, the plan is to continue make movies and go beyond. But with this technical problem we're having right now, this is the most challenging thing that is happening at this moment.
Yeah. How did you come about getting a Blackmagic camera? That's it's been around for several years. But how did you go about getting it in the first place?
How did I?
Yeah.
How did I get out the Blackmagic one? Right.
Yeah.
Oh well. First of all, the budget was the first concern. Okay, because when I look at the cinema cameras, they cost as much as the house. So I was considering yes, the 50,000. No, the big ones. Those high end cameras. They cost some of them cost 100,000. Like Arri Alexa 35. They're very expensive. So I was looking for something that is gonna give me a good, cinematic quality, but they're also affordable. And by doing research, I noticed that Blackmagic was very good in low light situations. I found out about Sony later, but Blackmagic was cheaper than Sony, and it was very good in low light situations. And in Bissau, there is a main also challenge. There are no, street lights like in New York. And if we're speaking of streetlights, I made a short video with my dear friend Sophia, that is right here. It was a year ago. It was my first test of Blackmagic shooting. So I shot her in the front, on the street. It was at night. She was walking like an athlete, talking to herself and giving the motivational speech to keep going and keep winning. I'll send you the link. It's called Sophia Beyond Infinity. That's the link. And people saw it. She's walking in the street at night in Bissau. It looked like Times Square in New York because I shot it with the Blackmagic, with the real light thing on the street without any projector, front lights. So that was the main, I would say, requirements I was looking for in the camera. And I found that the Blackmagic has all of those. Good in low light, it's cheap, and gives you something looking like a cinematic quality next to Netflix. So that's why I went to Blackmagic.
What software did you use to write your script, and what software did you use to perform your editing?
Just to help Binta to keep us. Binta, eu vou fazer resumo rápido para ver de que aqui usa Blackmagic, câmera. De aquilo é que é perguntar, né? Ver qualidade que ele me se põe se trabalho, não é? Apesar de existir outras opções, mas em conta. Entretanto, e também perguntar que aqui software que usa, que aqui ferramenta, portanto, informática que usa, para poder fazer filmagem, fazer edição, tudo que preparo de montagem de filme. Obrigada.
Okay. Answering the question about software. Where is it? The software was CeltX. CeltX. It's spelled CELTX. That's the software I use to write the script since Brazil.
Oh yeah, I'm familiar with that software package.
Yeah. Since 2008. Since 2008, when I wrote actually my first script, real script, not just fantasies. My real script for the short in Brazil. That's the software I used, and I got used to it. And for the music, I use FL Studio with lots of orchestral plugins. And for the editing, for this specific project, I used Blackmagic for the entire Blackmagic DaVinci Resolve for entire editing and audio mixing and everything. But the only thing I used different from the DaVinci Resolve was Adobe After Effects. I use it for the visual effects. I'm more familiar with Adobe After Effects thanks to great Andrew Kramer that with his tutorials on YouTube. Back in 2009, he started posting tutorials about how to make visual effects. And back then, I didn't have a computer powerful enough to run After Effects. So that's one of the reasons I studied computer science in Brazil, because of visual effects in video games. And those are the softwares I used. CeltX for writing, FL Studio for music composing, and After Effects, Adobe, and DaVinci Resolve, most of the work for the color grading and everything.
Well, I can tell you that our sponsor is probably going to want to change that, and we'll see what they have in store, since you are a winner of the Best Afrofuturism, as well as, which we haven't even spoken about it yet, the Beacon Award. The Beacon Award is a special award from the festival where we receive a film from a country that we've never received a film from before. So you're the first one to produce a sci-fi from Guinea-Bissau to send it our way. So you qualify for the Beacon Award. And this is going to be, the funny thing is that the award, it's to you, but it's also to the country for letting you make this film. That's what it's about. Please translate that, Sophia.
I'm getting emotional, Sorry. Binta, ainda falar com mais tanto, primeira vez que eu recebi tanto um trabalho desse nesse festival, e então é algo muito, muito importante, não só para a equipa que trabalha nessa, mas também para o próprio país, para a Guiné-Bissau, e também a nível de discutir a questão de lá explica tudo detalhadamente, softwares que usa, questão de máquina, então provavelmente ainda tem financiamento para poder apoia na Jubi, mas uma ganha prêmios Beacon Awards, então e nascer uma oportunidade de também, quem sabe, ajudar vós com meios, né, materiais e isso, entende? Então, thank you.
Cool. All right. Well, is it okay if we show the trailer? Oh, I want to double check real quick. The trailer has original music. Okay.
Yes. I'm the composer, yes.
Okay, here we go.
Alguém ouvi?
Se tem quem não vem, vou responder.
Wow. All right.
Gita's crying. Gita is crying. No need translator for that.
Wow. Okay. All right. Well, this is a special moment. You know, we see these special moments. It's tell Sophia, tell Benta all is good. And
Yeah, Binta, Ina fala como é incrível, então é um momento mesmo especial, e Ina nota a emoção, né? Tanto MiSciFi falou como tudo está muito bem, perfeito.
yeah, and we look forward to seeing more film from Sharif and Benta. Benta, you have the look, you've got, you know, the more practice the better, right? And you know, we look forward to seeing more content from you guys in the future. Is there anything extra the two of you would like to add? Please translate, Sophia.
Binta, ele está mais uma vez em agradecer e na parabeniza a bom trabalho e espera que pode ter mais trabalhos a boca é boa e perfeita, tipo, encaixa muito bem no papel, na personagem, e entende como com mais trabalho poder, quem sabe, seguir essa parte artística, e então se me se adiciona mais alguma coisa, tanto o Sharif quanto a Binta. Obrigada, thank you.
Bom, para mim eu gosto assim. Então, bom, não tenho vontade de fazer mais qualquer.
So she said now she wants to continue to do like things like that. She wants to continue. Yes.
Cool. And you, Sharif?
And yes. Thank you very much, Miami Sci-Fi, or as we say, MiSciFi. Thank you very much for the golden opportunity. Thank you very much. It was like a science fiction a year ago. You can ask Sophia. She knows that. She was there since the day one. Okay. The plan is to keep going, to make more movies. And we have them. We have more than 10 shorts written down. Not all of them are science fiction. Sometimes we need to, tell a different story. For example, for people in Bissau, they love to cry. They love to identify themselves with their reality. So we have those too. We have beautiful dramas. We have mute silent movies, all of this, okay? But the next science fiction we're planning is gonna be big. I'm not spoiling to you, but 2 days ago, I was talking to Sophia with her husband and my wife. We were talking with the production of G-Force, and I was like, hey, I was making a piano music with my daughter. She's 3. I was just playing around and stuff, and I heard the notes. I was like, wow, this is the end of some movie. And around those notes, I started to create the new movie, and we actually created it. But it's going to be epic. It's going to be epic. It's going to be something, well, no spoilers. That's the plan for the future. Thank you, Miami. Thank you, Miami Sci-Fi. Golden opportunity.
All right. Okay, well, with that said, thank you so much, Benta and Sharif, for joining us, and Sophia for conducting the translations. That was a first for us. No, it wasn't a first, but we thank you so much for your help in this manner, and we definitely are gonna make sure we can call on you again for future translations. And folks here, stand by. We have to show a few sponsor videos, but please stand by until after for a few more messages. Thank you.
Thank you.
When you're writing your screenplay, you don't want to have to think about formatting. Final Draft 12 automatically formats your screenplay to industry standards, allowing you to focus on what you do best, writing. Final Draft, used on 95% of all productions, contains many features that make your writing process easier and more efficient. Writing your script is as quick and easy as hitting Tab and Enter. Don't bother reaching for that mouse. Use Smart Type to cut down on keystrokes by autofilling commonly used names, locations, and more. Use the Beatboard and Outline Editor to do all your story planning in one place for easy access throughout the writing process. Plan set pieces, store character research, and much more. The Beatboard gives you total freedom to organize your ideas as they come to you, all within your Final Draft file. The Outline Editor gives you a high-level view of your script, allowing you to easily plan and preview your scenes. Insert images on title pages, in the script, or even in the Beatboard to help visualize your story. Collaborate simultaneously with your writing partners in real time, around the corner or anywhere in the world. Use track changes to see and accept or reject edits made by collaborators to the script. Use alternate dialogue to store as many different versions of lines as you can imagine. Night mode lets you work in an environment that's easier on the eyes. Focus mode gives you distraction-free writing, hiding tools when they're not needed. Final Draft, the #1 selling screenwriting software worldwide, also offers the Final Draft mobile app for iPhone and iPad, making creativity truly portable. Bring your story to life with Final Draft 12. It all starts with a script.
I'm not paying for a messaging app.
Yes, you are.
We have so much data!
Don't pay with your data. Threema, seriously secure messaging.